The time has come that every American must wake up. We must be diligent in our quest to find the truth. We must hold accountable all those who infringe upon our liberties. We must make it known that we will not back down. We will not be quiet. We will not go away. We will find the answers. We will find the truth. We will defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We are patriots. We are Americans. We are united. This is Southern Patriot Radio. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Southern Patriot Radio. Welcome, this is our very first episode, so glad y'all could join us. Let's start a conversation. Let's put down social media, ignore our distractions for a little while, and let's just talk. Benjamin Franklin said, "Make yourselves sheep and the wolves will eat you." Let's not be sheep. Let's ask questions. We need to leave no stone left unturned. We at Southern Patriot Radio, we don't have all the answers. We only have suggestions. We only have our take on things, just our views. But somebody has to start the conversation. Somebody has to ask the questions. Somebody has to raise the eyebrows. That's what we're going to do. We will delve as deeply as possible into the truth, not the hype. Our mission at SPR is to present the questions and concerns and let you decide for yourself. We have no desire to tell you what to think. We have nothing to gain by telling you what to think. What we have to gain is getting blue-collar, normal, American working people to wake up. If we can get that, then we can get our country back. We simply want to get the wheels turning in your minds. What inspired this show, the whole reason we're here, the whole reason Southern Patriot Radio exists, is a cousin of mine was campaigning for county supervisor. But before I get into all the details of that, I want to introduce to you my co-host, Joe Brown. Joe, how you doing?
Awesome.
Good deal.
Having a wonderful morning.
Sounds like it. I was telling everybody the inspiration for this show was a campaign for my cousin he was running for county supervisor. And during the campaign, he was overwhelmed with how many people didn't even know who their supervisor was or even what beat they lived in. That's sad. In today's world, we don't even know
who's supposed to be there to help us.
Yeah, it's sad.
Or who's working for us.
Yeah, we need to wake up, America. This country is the way it is because of us. There's no reason to get mad at the people that are in office because we put them there. The country is like it is because of us, and you may have a different opinion, but I believe that to be the truth.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
All right. First and foremost, first order of business, I guess, is Jade Helm 15. And if you haven't heard of that, you live under a rock, basically. I'm going to play you a clip from ABC News, and then we'll discuss it.
Now to a Texas-sized conspiracy theory sparking headlines across the country, including this week in the New York Times. The theory that an upcoming Pentagon training exercise is actually part of a plan to impose martial law. To many, it's far-fetched, but not to some of the top politicians in the Lone Star State. Here's ABC's David Wright.
Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas.
From Willie Nelson on down, it's practically the slogan of the state.
Don't mess with Texas.
And that may explain the reaction to Jade Helm 15, a multi-state training exercise for U.S. Special Forces planned this summer for the Southwest. Talk show host Alex Jones among the many, stirring up concerns on conservative websites and social media that Jade Helm is a Trojan horse for a federal invasion, a dress rehearsal for martial law.
This is in preparation for the financial collapse and maybe even Obama not leaving office. I mean, I'm telling you, this is so huge.
Never mind the Pentagon's reassurances to the contrary.
Is the U.S. military planning to overtake Texas?
No.
All we want to do is make sure that our guys are trained for combat overseas.
At a town hall meeting in Central Texas, this lieutenant colonel got an earful.
It is a preparation for martial law.
It is not a preparation for martial law, sir.
That's what you say.
Remember the Alamo? Texas does, only in this remake, those wouldn't be Santa Anna's troops marshaling in the desert. Texas politicians have added fuel to the fire by taking those concerns seriously.
You know, I understand the concern that's been raised by a lot of citizens about Jade Helm, and I think part of the reason is we have seen for 6 years a federal government disrespecting the liberty of the citizens.
Last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott called up the Texas State Guard to monitor U.S. troops and protect the constitutional rights of Texans, drawing this wisecrack from Jon Stewart.
Oh, dear Lord. Yet another waste of Texas funds that could have been spent on actual threats, like your infamous chainsaw massacres.
But in the Lone Star State, plenty of people are worried, now telling Washington,
Don't mess with Texas.
This week, David Wright, ABC News, New York.
So, Joe, tell us what you know about Jade Helm 15 and what's going on with that.
You actually first introduced me to this. I had never heard about it. But it's a massive military training exercise. Supposed to happen this summer, July 15th through September 15th. Ranges from California to Texas, or actually after April of this year, and also expanded to include Mississippi, Florida, and Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah, just a little southern tip of Alabama is the only one that keeps it from being the whole South.
Really?
Yep. But other states include Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, California, Texas,
And
along with.
I heard Colorado and a couple of counties in Texas requested to opt out of this.
I also heard that. I think that was because of pressure, maybe. Pressure from their residents.
Well, I can understand that. Governor Greg Abbott sent the Texas Guard in to oversee or monitor whatever's going to happen with this Jade Helm in Texas. And to me personally, I think that's a good thing. I think it's a great thing for the governor of Texas to say, hey, we're going to watch you. My constituents are nervous, and I'm going to do what it takes to put their mind at ease. Yeah. There was a former Texas legislator. I don't know if you've read this or not. Former Texas legislator Todd Smith said the governor is pandering to idiots. And I just want to emphasize the former Texas legislator Todd Smith said the governor is pandering to idiots.
Yeah. This has a bunch of people in the uproar, and So a lot of people think that just the general public is running amok with it, letting it get in their heads and thinking it's not what it's supposed to be.
I don't know what it is. I hope that it is just training exercises, but I want you to tell me what part of Afghanistan looks like downtown Dallas. I just don't.
That would be no part.
I'm curious. I'm not saying I have no evidence to confirm either way, but I think it's our duty to check it out. Not just say, oh well, it's no big deal. The government has proven to us that we can't trust them, so to say, oh well, it's no big deal because they said it's no big deal is stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
And what about the Walmart stores closing? Have you read anything about that?
A little bit. I started reading about Jade Helm and Walmart's closing. Was right along in it. There's a theory out there that says that Walmarts are closing to become FEMA camps for individuals. The rumor around Jade Helm is the military is preparing for martial law. The branches of government that are participating in Jade Helm is going to be the U.S. Army Green Berets, U.S. Marine Special Ops Command, U.S. Navy SEALs, and the U.S. Air Force Special Ops Command. The Walmarts have...
Go ahead.
The Walmarts have closed on the same day for the same problems. That's multiple Walmarts.
Exactly. That's sure, guys. Everybody, all 5 stores are,
I don't have the number, but I was thinking it was more than that. I was talking to some of my friends from Oklahoma, and they knew of several in the state of Oklahoma that had closed. And in major areas, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, just not small towns.
Really? Well, if you look up, I Googled this Walmart deal whenever I heard about it. I had been researching Jade Helm for probably a week or so when I heard about the Walmart closings. So I just started Googling the Walmart closures, and there's a Facebook page called 2 Million Bikers to DC, and I think I haven't just scoured their page and looked at everything, but they seem to be on the same page as us. They've got an article here. They've got an article on their page. They do a little bit of talking there, and then they've got an actual link to an article at finance.yahoo.com. If you go to the 2 Million Bikers to DC Facebook page, you can click on the link. You may have to Google the actual, just type in Walmart closures, Jade Helm 15, 2 million bikers to DC in your Google app, and it should take you right to it. It's a really good article, and it basically says what you said. They're closing for plumbing issues, and all the stores are closed at the same time for the same issues. And some people are saying that they closed because they were fighting with the unions over wages and yada, yada, yada. Well, if that's the case, then why did they blame it on plumbing?
Exactly.
So we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to keep you up to date on Jade Helm best we can. I want to talk a little bit about martial law. And like I said, I've noticed our generation is a little bit ignorant on this kind of stuff. So we went ahead and looked it up. Joe's got a definition. I've got according to legaldictionary.com definition. And I've got a couple of articles I'd like to read to you. But Joe, go ahead and give us the definition of martial law.
Martial law is the imposition of the highest-ranking military officer as a military governor or at the head of the government, thus removing all power from previous executive legislative branches of government. It is usually imposed temporarily when the government or civilian authorities fail to function effectively. But basically, the military comes in and takes over. All your rights as a U.S. citizen are removed, and you have to listen to whatever they say, whatever they want.
And I want to expand on that right quick. Just pause right there. You said that rights as a U.S. citizen are suspended. According to LegalDictionary.com, it says certain civil liberties may be suspended, such as the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure, freedom of association, freedom of movement, and the writ of habeas corpus may be suspended. If you don't know what
they can't charge you.
Huh?
They don't have to charge you for anything.
Right. Habeas corpus commands an individual or a government official who has restrained another to produce the prisoner at a designated time and place so that the court can determine the legality of custody and decide whether to order the prisoner's release or not. Habeas corpus means you get your day in court.
Within 48 hours, I believe, you have to be charged.
Yeah.
With something or release.
And folks, that's dangerous not to have that. Illegal search and seizure is no such thing. And this is what scares me. Besides all that, that's scary enough. Our president can suspend elections under martial law. In turn, meaning he can stay president until martial law is taken off. So,
right.
And if you want to expand on that, on the definition and all, I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to hit home the point of losing your rights.
No, that's perfect. I think, anyways. Have you heard anything about people wanting the stop and frisk back in New York?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's a big topic this week. They apparently think that it's going to prevent gun violence.
10-4. Well, we'll expand on that a little more next week. We're actually running low of time here, and I want to get Chris in. We're going to get a guy in. There's a new bill that's trying to be passed. It's called HR 2283. It's called Stop Online Ammunition Sales for 2015. And we've got a guy that's going to come in and give us all the ins and outs of that. We come back from break, we'll talk to him. Welcome back, guys. You're listening to Southern Patriot Radio. We've got Chris from Webster County on the phone here. He's going to get us all up to date on this new bill, HR 2283. Chris, can you get us up to snuff on this?
Yep. There's going to be licensing of ammunition dealers. So what they've done here is clarified that dealer is in fact someone who deals in ammunition. Before it was just importing and manufacturing. Now it's actually the sale of.
We went from importing and manufacturing needing to be licensed to anybody that sells it. Did I get you correct there?
That's right. Huh. And they further confirmed that and clarified that in the second part of that first section as changing the definition of dealer to mean any person engaged in the business of selling firearms or ammunition at wholesale or retail. And here they added the word or ammunition to clarify their first change.
So it's still just like as far as if you wanted to buy a box of 22 shells from me, it's not reaching that deep in, but it.
My understanding is that I couldn't just buy some bullets from a friend anymore.
So it's going to stop.
It seems like
it's going to stop that option. Okay.
Just like there's another act out there now, the Responsible Safe Gun Owner Act. And they're trying to do the same thing with firearms in that sense and eliminate you from selling a gun to your buddy and making that a crime. So, but on into this, the second part of this that I want to talk about is how they've changed the requirements to purchase ammunition to being in the physical presence of that person. It's kind of hard to go through all the changes they made. We'll just have to get this out to people that need it. But that's pretty much what they did there. And also under Section 922, along with that, they have made it so that it is unlawful for any licensed importer, manufacturer, dealer, collector, or to sell or deliver any firearm or armor-piercing ammunition. And there they cut out the word armor-piercing, so now it's simply ammunition. So anyone that's not licensed shall not sell firearms or ammunition.
So that's what's going to get us, blue-collar Joe from selling to blue-collar Jane.
Mm-hmm. We've got third section here is limit on shipping and transporting of ammunition. Basically what they've done here is made it so that they can't send let me just read it. It's only 2 sentences here. It shall be unlawful for any importer, manufacturer, dealer, or collector licensed under the provisions of this chapter to ship or transport in interstate or foreign commerce any firearm, and here they added the words, or to ship or transport any ammunition to any person other than a licensed importer, collector, dealer. So what that's saying is that you can't buy it offline anymore because they'd be breaking that law by shipping it to you if you weren't a licensed manufacturer, dealer, or collector.
Just more gun control.
And that's it.
I mean,
and to top it off, the last section here, even though it's with all these constraints, we could still go buy ammunition, but now they want to keep record of it.
Yeah, that's
in 2 manners.
I was fixing to ask you. I read in what you sent me the other day. Anything over 1,000 rounds was going to be reported to local law enforcement.
That if that's how they so chose to report their activities, my understanding is it seemed like they kind of left it open for maybe the state attorney or the attorney general at the capital level to determine who gets notified. But yeah, it could be from state police, law enforcement, to local enforcement agencies.
And anything under 1,000 rounds is still going to be kept on record, just not reported immediately. If I read it,
right,
if I read it correctly. Okay.
Yep, it'll be kept on file, just like the form you fill out when you buy a firearm. That form stays there in the store, so that if the Attorney General ever has suspicions of these laws being violated, he's got the right to come in there during the hours of business and investigate and review those files. So if Joe Blow's bought 10,000 rounds and they've got a special form, then that's just another reason for them to come in there and get information on people.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you have to,
I'm sure that your address.
Yeah, I'm sure that form's going to have your address and date of birth and social security number and all that on it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, Chris, who can we contact and how do we contact them to voice our opinion on this bill?
All right. Best advice I've got would be to contact your U.S. congressman. And what you need to do to find out who that is, if you don't know, is go to house.gov, and in the upper right-hand corner of that page there, you should be able to put your zip code in, and it'll bring up your congressman. Email them, call them, find out how they stand on it, get your argument together before you call them. Don't cold call them and, sit there and not know what to tell them or how to argue with them about it. We got to help them and give them ideas on how to fight this.
Yeah. Sounds good. So house.gov and that should get you where you need to go.
That's right. And for those that want to read about this HR 2283 for themselves and see where the changes are being made, you can go to congress.gov, and right there at the center page, it lets you type in any bill that you're looking for. So just type in HR 2283.
HR 2283. Good deal. And we will we'll keep everybody updated on this, how it's going. Any other information we need to know. If you need any more information, you can contact us at southernpatriotradio@gmail.com. I'll get with Chris. He knows, he's keeping a watchful eye on this, and we'll get you the information you need if you don't have enough. Chris, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, guys. Talk to y'all
Appreciate
later.
it, man.
All right, thank you. That was pretty informative.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shame feels like.
What's that?
Kind of puts me to shame. Got it together. That's the website. It's very informative.
Chris is a good dude. I know Chris personally, and he's a good dude.
You said gun control. It's more like bullet control.
Yeah.
If we don't have the bullets, then we have nice paperweights.
Yeah. Well, I hate to rush, but we are running over as it is, and we need to get to how we're going to distribute this show to you guys. Surely by now, we're 31 minutes into it, of a 30-minute show. You've decided by now whether or not you agree with or like our show. If you agree with it, if you appreciate what we do, we ask that you forward this show to everybody on your email list. If you get it from somebody, if somebody emails this to you and you like it, we hope and pray that you'll keep sending it on. For right now, this show is going to be completely underground, sent by email, and we do ask that if you know us personally that you don't use our real names when referring to the show. We're going to try to email it to everybody. That's going to be hard on our internet. We're going to use our internet up pretty quick like that. So if you may or may not receive it directly from us, at some point, if it gets to be too much, we're going to eventually put it up as a podcast and a YouTube video. And if you have any ideas for the show, any questions, any comments, email us. Email us. southernpatriotradio@gmail.com. Email us. This show is a conversation. This show is not us telling you something. It's merely a conversation. So just we want you involved in this show, and this is completely funded straight out of our pockets. Staff is light, so be patient with us. It's pretty much 2 people right now. So just support us if you feel like we're doing a good thing. Just support us. Joe, you any last words? I know you got to get out of here.
Just a real quick thing for you, about the how JTM 15 has the states listed. They're either permissive, leaning permissive, hostile, or leaning hostile. Utah and Texas are hostile, which kind of strikes me as odd. Just because I'm not sure about Utah, but guns are a pretty big thing in Texas.
Yeah.
Mississippi and Florida are just going to be surgical strikes and extractions. And let's see. Also, the JHM may not be martial law, but it is.
It's conditioning for martial law.
Conditioning, an incremental step to martial law, getting people used to seeing military in full gear, fatigues, carrying their guns. that preparing for martial law farther down the road into the future.
Yeah, we'll have our main topic for next week, and we're going to touch back on Jade Helm definitely.
Okay.
But anyway, God bless everybody. Thank y'all for joining us.